Today, I'll be ranking the top 5 most forbidden and messed up romance in anime. These romantic situations felt so shocking to see. Even with anime being over the top in weird times, you still don't expect something like this. Number 5 on my list is the romance between Mei and Yuzu in the anime series Citrus. This kind of romance was least controversial on this list, but it could still lead to a very bad outcome for the characters if they were caught. Mei and Yuzu were stepsisters that really kissed a lot in the anime series and went pretty far. There is weird tension at times between step siblings in other anime series, but this anime series actually showed the characters getting very intimate. This could obviously lead to major trouble for these two characters if they were caught. It would first tear apart the family, and things would never be the same. They could be separated from each other. And then you have to take into account they still go to school. So, even if they aren't separated, imagine them going to a school where everyone knows they make out as sisters. These students would bully them and make their life a living nightmare. All of this made the romance feel so risky and exciting. It's like at any moment, their lives could be ruined if they got caught. You can't wait to see if they get caught. There is also the fact that they were both girls, which would be looked down upon in Japan. But I think them being stepsisters that make out would be more damaging to their reputation. What made this romance even more bizarre and messed up is that they didn't just simply kiss. Each girl was forcing a kiss on the other girl. It was not sweet Yuri romance. It was intense and very forceful. It certainly felt odd, and not something you can watch with people near your room. Number 4 on my list is a romance between the main character Natsuo and his two stepsisters Rui and Hina from the anime series Domestic Girlfriend. This was another anime series with forbidden romance between step siblings. The difference here, though, was that things got much more intense. Natsuo actually went all the way with Hina, while they're still step siblings. To add on to the forbidden aspect, Hina was his teacher as well. So now it feels even more forbidden and taboo. It made the situation even hotter. They really raised the stakes. Now both of their lives could be ruined if they were caught. I couldn't wait to see what would happen next. Things were already intense with Natsuo and Hina, but then you add in Rui to the mix, and now Natsuo is making out with one stepsister, and then later making out with the other stepsister. This is so lewd and messed up, and you can't help but want to see more of his trash. This is starting to feel like a situation you'll expect out of a Jerry Springer show. Number 3 on my list is a romance between Kosuke and Kirino in the anime series My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute. At first, this anime series started off kind of wholesome, with Kosuke trying to help out his sister with her otaku hobbies. He really did his best to protect her secret, and was always there for her. But she knew at one point this anime series was going to become messed up. After all, almost every time a main character has a sister, something weird will probably happen later on. So in the OVA series, Kosuke had all these great potential love interests, but chose to pursue his sister instead. They were blood related, so it's pretty much as forbidden as it gets. They kissed and even dated. The anime series tried to make things romantic between them, and just felt so wrong but entertaining. Every time they look at each other and act like a couple, it felt so weird, but I couldn't help but want to see how it will end. Will it be a complete train wreck? It's rare to see an anime series actually go through this scenario. If they're caught by the parents, everything could be ruined. Their friends later learned about their secret, and that resulted in some great drama. Kosuke's friend called their love disgusting, and basically told them they are scum for going through with it. This obviously led to a fight. It's another scenario that feels like anime trash, but you can't keep your eyes away. You want to see more. Number 2 on my list is a romance between Haru and Sora from Yosuga no Sora. Now we're getting to absolute filthy, messed up, and most extreme version of forbidden romance. These two characters were twins. They were brother and sister, but they took things to the extreme. It's one thing for stepbrother and stepsister to go all the way, or for a brother to kiss his blood-related sister. But here, these blood-related siblings got intimate and went all the way, not just once, but multiple times. They were lusting after each other's bodies. Oh, it certainly felt wrong and forbidden, but it was pretty hot to see. That is not even the extreme part of it. The extreme part is that they were caught in front of their friends, in the middle of the act. It made one of their friends want to throw up. You can't help but laugh and say, just what is going on? This is so messed up and weird. Number 1 on my list is a romance between Koshiro and Nanoka from Koikaze. This was by far the most forbidden romance. Not only were these characters blood-related brother and sister, there is also a major age gap between them that made it even more forbidden and weird. What truly made you feel that this romance is most forbidden is that this is the anime series that feels most realistic out of all the anime series on this list. The anime tries its best to show how gross and messed up this kind of romance was. It didn't try to make it seem romantic and sweet. It showed what exactly would happen in a real-life scenario. The other characters in the show, as I mentioned earlier, would just go along with it, and didn't seem that bothered by the actions at first. That's why it's hard to take those anime series seriously at times. It felt more like entertaining trash. But in this anime series, it shows a realistic way a guy would react to having feelings for his sister. Koshiro was filled with guilt, and disgusted with himself. He felt so much guilt, he was starting to lose it and go crazy. He just couldn't take it anymore. He was in so much pain. He even moved away from his sister, and still felt so much guilt. He was like a dead man walking. His friend even found out about a secret, and called him scum. He lost all joy in his life. This whole scenario just felt so wrong at this point. As a viewer, you sympathize with him, and you realize how much pain and guilt this whole thing is causing him. This isn't hot to see. It's more depressing and emotional. The anime did such a great job at showing how messed up this scenario was. This was great drama, and was drama that could take seriously. At one point, Koshiro could not resist the temptation, and he and Nanoka could not hold back their feelings for each other any longer. When that scene occurs, it felt so wrong seeing it, but you felt so bad for them because they really do love each other. They soon realized they crossed the line, and what they thought about doing next was very shocking. This anime series was not messing around. It was not going to have the characters overlook what they just done. They realized how much shame they brought to their family. I like the realism of it, and how seriously the characters were acting in that situation. The characters were treating their love as something truly wrong, messed up, but they can't help how they feel. This was as forbidden as it gets in terms of romance.